Hello. Um, haven't put out a video in a while, but I have a new Hauptwerk set, and I wanted to show it off to you guys. This one's been out for a little while, just getting around to it now, I guess. Money is very hard to get sometimes. These sets are not cheap, I will say that. Um, this is Blackburn Cathedral by Llannerch Organs. It was put out to the public in 2023, I believe, year 22, 23, maybe 24, somewhere in that range. Um, and it is, of course, based off of Blackburn Cathedral up in the UK. It's not really what you would think of an English cathedral organ. It's very much more into the neo-Baroque style. To be fair, the original version was built in 1969 uh, by, I can actually tell you, they don't have the nameplate. I don't see the nameplate, unfortunately. I think it's a Walker organ, if I remember right. Not digital, it's Walker in terms of it was a pipe organ builder in Britain. This is the original setup here that was back in 1969, 1970. Then it was expanded in 2002, I believe, to this. So they gave it a solo division. Now, this version actually has some digital editions as well, so is the real one. But I'll let you know now, for example, the 4-foot and 60-foot Reeds and the Great are digitals. They are samples created for Hauptwerk to expand the organ. I know a couple of these are ones, like for example, the Borland 16 is a digital. The Besson 16, I think that's digital. The Bombardon and then Clarion 4 extensions of the 8-foot mod are digital. A few of these others are digital, but I'll be honest, the digitals blend really well, and I mean the real organ actually has some digital stuff too, so it actually works pretty well. You would think, wow, this massive cathedral work. You actually, if you want the real deal, this is the screen you would use with the real stop jams. But I like this one; gives me access to everything. Um, but let's go and do a quick tour of the sounds, kind of show you what this is all about. Um, Starting with the Great. I have it linked up here to my Allen. I will have to click a few of them because I just don't have enough stops to control it. But let's start with the principal 8-foot. The only 8-foot principal in this organ, I believe. Yes, because the 8-foot mantra in the swell is digital. And, there's the one in the pedal too, but the only 8-foot manual principal. As you can hear, it's more, again, that neoclassical, neo-Baroque sound than what a traditional 8-foot principle of an English cathedral organ would be. I personally like that a little more. I like the chiffiness. I like the thinner sound. Uh, it feels a little more articulate, you know. Some of the recordings a little bit jank, just because the way that it was recorded, the organ was not tuned uh, when it was recorded. Some of the recording was kind of rushed by Evan's song. Uh, I will give credit to Sam at Llannerch Organs. Sam Sleeth. I hope I said that right. Been talking with him for a little while, and he, did his best to clean this up as he could, but he talked about potentially in the future going back and redoing it himself, recording the organ, um, then seeing if it would perform a little better. I think it will. Just giving you that heads up. But yeah, that's a nice, good sound. Moving up, we have the 4-foot octave by itself. Actually, really love that stop. That rank is gorgeous. I'm playing it down as a 8-foot principal. Actually works really surprisingly well. You could actually just full on make that a general 8-foot line principal, and that would work well. Anyway, combine it with the 8-foot. Already got a lot of kind of that nice brightness right there. But we move up to the 2-foot, and it gets even better. That's enough for most congregational singing right there. Like you can do something a little more Christmassy because we're right around Christmas. In the real organ, if I wanted to add a 16-foot to this, I would have to add the quintodon. However, the quintodon in this organ, the grade kind of sucks, not gonna lie. This is what it sounds like. I might have to do some revoicing. I might be able to make this one work a little better. So adding it to the principal chorus. Sounds okay, but if we add the virtual extension of the bourdon, we'll see why it's worked a lot better in my opinion. That is quite a nice rank right there. Let me play that for you. Actually, I wonder if it works as a nice kind of like solo-y voice up top. Or if it's extension of the 8-foot one. Nope, that's its own rank. Oh, by the way, here's the 8-foot flute. I quite like that. It's got a nice sound to it. You add it actually to the 8-foot principle. It adds a nice little kind of roundness to it. You hear that? It just makes it a little more well-rounded. We have a 2 and 2. Oh, sorry, we have the 4-foot flute. Completely skipped over that. I don't know how I did that. The 4-foots on this vision are just gorgeous. The 8-foots just don't carry as well as I think. But then we have a 2-foot, oops, wrong one, 2-foot blockflaute, and that caps off the division. So if you want all the flutes, you have these. That 2-foot is so big because it actually was the original 2-foot for the division. There's the 15th wasn't added until the 2002 expansion. So originally your principal chorus would have looked like this. It's there. I don't think it suits as well as the 15th does, though. Hauptwerk, we have a mutation here, a Nazad 2 2/3, which sits like this on top of the 8-foot. What I love about this Nazad is it just sings so well, and you can use it as a solo voice at top. You could use it as a kind of chorus down the bottom. And we have on top of that a tierce. I think the tierce is principal scaled. No, it's flute scaled. It's just huge. And so we throw those on together, throw the 4-foot flute and the 2-foot flute on, and you have a nice little cornet. Take out the 2-foot flute and put in the 4-foot flute, put the 4-foot principal. Now you have more of a traditional French cornet. Got quite a nice tone to it. Mixtures. So going up again back to that 842. We have a low mixture, a furniture of a 15th, a 19th, and a 22nd. And then you have a high mixture, a plein jeu of a 22nd, a 26th, and a 29th. Throw the quintet on if you want the real chorus. This would be it. The quintet just doesn't cut through, so I use the bourdon you have. That's certainly a racket. Moving on, we have the reeds. So starting with the real one first, the 8-foot trumpet. And I love this trumpet. It's so nice. It's so bright and expressive and fiery and German for a British organ. Almost a little French as well. Certainly a honker that you would use probably with something like, so loud for just a manual reed. And then it got extended virtually up to 4 foot. And down to 16 foot. Some excellent voicing there by Sam. You have all three now. So a tutti on the grate would be something like this. Throw in a little pedal too, why not? What a division. Moving on to the positive. Save time and run through this a little quicker. So you heard the 8-foot flute on the grate. Or sorry, the positive. Then moving up to the principal chorus version. So that 4-foot that we heard earlier. 2 foot. Moving up to the mixture, the sharp. And if a sesquialtera is not your fancy, which one do I have it on? Do I have it on alterable? No. It's on one of these. Nope, nope, nope. Come on, let's go. No sesquialtera. Surprised. Where are you? I had it on one of these. Ah, there it is. Comparison to the great little thing. Look at that. We have a solutional, which is a virtual extension. Isn't that wonderful, though? You could never tell if it was, if you didn't know. We have a Lerigo and a terz. We use the 8 foot, not the solutional. And the terz. So with all of the flutes real quick. It's a little neo-baroque. Where it gets really neo-baroque is the Crumhorn and the Hauptwerk, but they are kind of nice. Hauptwerk. Apparently that stop is John, the organist at Blackburn. It's, I believe, his favorite stop, he said in the video. Just because it's so wonderfully voiced up top, it's this kind of mellow. But it gets really honky down low. That was a low out tune. Ooh, that low C. Talk about aggressive. But you put all of that together, and you get, honestly, a pretty good tone. We'll do it without the 2 honkers of reeds real quick. include this Terra. That Holzer gal really comes through. Next, we're going to do the swell. And so the swell is actually split between two chambers. It's between the chancel and the transept cell. So you can actually, it's technically two swell organs within one that you could split between manuals if you want. And I do that actually for my main organ here is I have the transept strings, which are really under expression. However, my swell box is not working currently because this Allen is ancient. But I have it split and I have it moved down. Here's the transept stuff. On the positive. I closed this. But then I go to the pistons. Very simple. If I can get, I'm gonna split the pedals real quick. I'm gonna open up. This is transept. Okay, keep transept closed. I'm gonna open up the regular swell. I'm going to bring in this 8-foot on top. I'm gonna take out the it's useful when you need it to be. Anyway, back on this. So yeah, you already heard the strings. Let me. They're unsplit. Yep, fully down again. Cool. Let me take the Celeste off real quick. It's just so cutting. You have the fake virtual 8-foot. That's more what you expect out of an English cathedral. I think that's why they added it. You have an 8-foot Rohrflaute with the 4-foot Koppelflaut. 2-foot. And 1-foot. All right, taking those out, going back down to the principal. With the principal. The Kempshorn. And 1-foot. Such a good sound. I actually don't use the principal by itself usually. What I do is I also bring in the 8-foot string and flute as well. Fattens it up a lot. We have 2-foot and a 1 1/3 as well for a crumb one, or not crumb one, cornet. Now we have a mixture low of a 12th, 19th, and the 22nd. So again, by itself, mixture. Then we have the cymbal, which is a 29th, 33, and 36, the highest pitch of the organ. You take a listen to that compared to the Scharf. So here is both back to back. So here's a low C on the cymbal, a low C on the Scharf. Oh, it hits so much harder. That Scharf is loud. They're about the same pitch at the top, but the Scharf is just so much louder, even with the higher harmonics. So with the full division again behind it. Very good sound to it. Going to the reeds, we have a oboe. We have a trumpet. A lot darker than the great trumpet. We then have a 4-foot clarion. Remember when I said things were out of tune? This is the most blaring one. The clarion is absolutely is awful. It's okay at the lower pitches, but up top. Particularly it's that B, and I can't retune it for the love of me. I've tried for hours to sit there and tune it, and it will not fit right. It's just the way the samples were recorded. I actually don't use the clarion all that often, except for like the final tutti kind of thing, because it does add more to the punch. Like if I don't play the B, for example, trumpet, clarion, it adds power to it. And then the controfagato, or the fagot here. This is generally what I use for a tutti for just the swell if I want it. And then for that final one, that swell roars. I love it. Last but not least is this solo division, the new edition. Well, we also have pedal, and pedal I can kind of speed run. The solo is the newest edition that came in 2002. First of all, we have some new violas. Because the ones on the swell were just not. They didn't sound English enough, I guess. So they brought in the regular violas. This down here. It has more of that English tone to it. But it has both. I love that because then I can just bring both together and then put all of the couplers together. Talk about that sound. We have a flute. Oops, got to turn off the couplers. And then moving up to the 4-foot. The attacks are a little off. You can hear it. Just the kind of way that the attack was on the real organ. I tend to avoid that one because the 8-foot works better. We have the song, which is, I believe, a virtual edition. Listen to this thing. It's just like the Hauptwerk. Sings up top. Rumbles down low. We have a Valchman. And of course, what you're all looking for. Maybe I'll set this because I don't think I have it set. Everyone. It really doesn't sing like some sick tremolets are, but okay. We have a clarinet. Compare against the crumhorn. I think, honestly, I like the clarinet more, but the crumhorn still has a nice sound to it. Anyway, we're at the one you're all waiting for, the big horizontal reed. Talk about blow out your eardrums. And then, if that was not enough, we have it virtually extended to 4 and 16. Moving on to the pedal, we have a 16-foot principal. Probably keep it out of the lower range. Low range, it doesn't like below an F. It becomes really slow to speak down low. We have a 16-foot flute over. I think that might be virtual. Not too sure though. We have a 16-foot sub bass. Rough lower note. We have an 8-foot octave. That's not a nice tone to it. 4-foot choral bass. Or sorry, 15th. We have an 8-foot knot horn with a 4-foot recorder. We have a few interesting mutations. We have a Rosa Quitta, which you stick on with a 16-foot, and that creates, of course, the 32. The fake 32. You have a 6 2/5 gross tiers, which I believe you stick on with the 8, and that creates a fake 16. And then you have the Seption, I believe that sits on top of the 4-foot. Yeah, it basically makes it 8. You have a fake 8, a fake 4, and a fake 8, fake 16, and fake 32. You also have a 2-foot Spitfire on top. Nice, lovely little town. We have a mixture, 4 rank, with the rest of the division. And with we have a sub-principal and a Forte 32, which are just fake 32s added on, but it works. The contrabass 32 is a real 32, however, it doesn't sound as good. It's barely even there, whereas the fake ones really add some weight. We have a 8-foot bombard. We have a 16-foot posaune. And a 32-foot serpent, aka the contra bard. Which I think is just an extension of the posaune. Yeah, it is. Okay. So it's just an extension of the posaune, so all those together. I didn't put on the Xiaomai because it's a lot quieter and an interesting stop. It's a solo voice. You put it on with something like this. Anyway, here's a general crescendo, and I will shut up for the rest of the video. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.
Mic off.